With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, let us have a look at the question first of all. So the question is that atomic radii of the transition elements are smaller than those of S block elements because. So in this question we need to find out the reason that why transition elements are smaller than S block elements. Now transition elements, right, lie somewhere in the middle of S block, right, and P block in the periodic table. Okay, and if we move across the period, right, from left to right in a periodic table, we see that the atomic radii gradually decreases. Okay, now we need to verify out of all the three statements that have been given here, that whether these statements correctly answer this particular situation or not, right? So the first one says that there is an increase in the nuclear charge along the period. Now this particular statement is correct. Let us see how. So if we move across the period, right, from left to right, we see that the atomic number increases, right? If atomic number is increasing, then the nuclear charge is increasing, right? And as the nuclear charge is increasing, what happens that the inward pull, okay, on ns electron or electrons, right, increases, right? So basically what happens that the nuclear pull is increasing, and that nuclear pull is pulling the electrons that are in the valence electron, that is ns electrons, towards itself, right? And due to this inward pull, we see that the size of an atom decreases, right? So size decreases. So this is correct, right? If there is an increase in the nuclear charge along the period, definitely the size will reduce because the inward pull on ns electron is now increased. Now the next one says that orbital electrons are added to penultimate d subshell rather than to the outer shell of the atom. Now to verify this, we will have to write down a few of the elements electronic configuration for for better understanding. So let's take an example of vanadium, right? Vanadium has the atomic number of 23 and it will have the electronic configuration of Ar18, right, 3d3 and 4s2. Similarly, the next element will be chromium. Okay, so chromium will have the atomic number of 24 and will have the electronic configuration as 3d5 and 4s1. Similarly, moving on to the next one, we have manganese here, right, with atomic number 25 and electronic configuration as 18, 3d5 and 4s2. Now if we look closely here, if you just have a closer look here, we can see that the electrons are adding up to n-1 d subshell, right? So this is ns subshell, right? This is the valence or ultimate subshell, or this is and this is the n-1 d subshell, or we can call it as a penultimate subshell, right? So this is penultimate shell, right? Now electrons are adding to penultimate shell. Now how will this affect the atomic size? So what happens that d subshell here, d orbitals here, cast a poor shielding effect. Okay, so just because they cast a poor shielding effect on the s subshell here, s electrons here, due to that reason the size of the atom gets reduced. How? Because due to the poor shielding effect, the force of attraction between the nucleus, right, and the valence electron gets it gets increased, it gets enhanced, right? And due to that reason the size gets smaller. Okay, so this is the reason why this particular statement is also correct, And also the third statement, which says that the shielding effect on of d electrons is small. Yes, we already have discussed it, that it cast a poor shielding effect. D orbitals or d subshell cast a poor shielding effect, and due to that reason the electrons are now pulled by the nucleus in a more stronger fashion, and due to that reason the size do get smaller, right? The size gets smaller and smaller if you just move across from S block to D block and then further to P block, right? So all these reasons are correct to explain that why the transition elements are smaller than those of S block elements. So the correct option will be all of these, right? So this is the last one is the correct option. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.